Christmas tree. Oh, when we on Hanukkah, there's like Christmas. You walk into our living room and we have this huge Christmas tree and all these like stockings everywhere. And then you go into our kitchen. There, menorah, candles, Skittles, stuff.
Good
And the
presentation.
two traditions we usually do for Hanukkah are both, like I said, traditions that have been around for a long time. The first one is the menorah, which I think you saw somebody else had brought in. And the reason people light the menorah, because when the Jewish people who lived in what is now called Israel, they were invaded a long, long time ago, and that temple that you saw the picture of was destroyed. And basically there were these freedom fighters who ultimately restored the people to their homeland, and their leader was a guy named Judah Maccabee. And when they got back and took the temple back over, it was destroyed, and there was this one tradition that they had a light, and it was called the everlasting light, and it was supposed to be on at all times. Like that was part of what they believed in, that it could never go out. And when they got the temple back, there was very little oil left for this light. And they sent out messengers throughout all the world to try and find more oil for this light that was in this temple. And they thought they only had oil that would last one day, but it lasted for 8 days, and that was long enough for them to get oil to come back for the light. And when they did, you know, since it lasted 8 days, that's why Hanukkah is 8 days, and why you light the menorah, you light one candle each day to celebrate those 8 days. But I think Natalie wants to add something.
Okay, I'm just going to say, the point of dreidel is to get a lot of candy.
That's true too. So the other tradition, which we have this little dreidel that Natalie likes to spin.
Wait. I always get Gimel. My mom, she gets shit. I'm just saying that. It's true. Shit.
That means you have to share, so you don't get any candy if you get that one. But the reason they have this dreidel was in that same period when the Greeks or Romans had taken over the country that the Jewish people lived in. They weren't allowed to practice their religion. They weren't allowed to read the Hebrew language. So but they still did, and whenever the soldiers came to check on them, they pretended they were playing the dreidel instead. And that tradition has carried on, and now it's become a game where you can play for candy and money or whatever.
That's a brainiac. He knows a lot of stuff.
So those are the traditions